from not knowing much about aviation and no aviation background and no internet around in those days, absolutely, like I had no clue how to become a pilot, to imagine Kennedy Tower asking Air India coming in, that is Captain Anny Divya on board.
Wow. Welcome back to India's #1 pilot podcast. Thank you for viewing, listening, and subscribing. Our guest today is one of the most graceful captains that Indian aviation has ever seen. In 2017, she became world's youngest female to command a Boeing 777. She's a TEDx speaker, and she's an inspiration to many of us. The one and only Captain Anny Divya. Welcome, Captain.
Thank you so much. That's a wonderful introduction. Thank you.
Welcome to Pilot Podcast, Captain.
Thank you.
We are excited to know about your journey since the day you first thought about becoming a pilot till the day you became a captain on Boeing 777 and beyond that as well. Can you let us know, like, when was the day, like the day when you first thought of becoming a pilot?
Yeah.
I won't remember exact date and time, but yeah, I remember being young when I decided that, very young. And I wanted to fly in the sky. I wish I could do that without an airplane, but that's not a choice. So I went to my mom and I said, I want to fly in the sky. I want to feel how clouds feel like in and out. I want to feel the sky. So she said, since you don't have wings, you need to earn your wings. And for that, you have to become a pilot. So then I decided to become a pilot.
Oh, that's
nice.
amazing.
Absolutely.
It's not that easy that I can just like go out and start flying.
Right,
So
right.
definitely long way.
So,
I know you have a pretty busy schedule.
absolutely.
Despite of that, you made time for this. Thank you.
Thank you so
And,
much. for taking out
Welcome.
time.
You don't have to thank so much. You're all like,
No,
wow.
it's an immense value. You are, she is. You're all reference points to everyone that's willing to become a pilot, right? Like, everyone's journey is different. For sure, everyone has a different journey. Someone chooses to do it after engineering, someone chooses to do it after 12th. But ultimately, the goal is the same, to get to the place where you are at, right? That's what it is. She flies Boeing 777, guys.
Absolutely.
Widebody captain at youngest age.
Also, during her training, she started her career at the age of 16, and thereafter she has been flying in the India's national carrier for 18 years.
Yeah,
Thank you, guys.
that's
amazing.
great. That's
That's
great.
amazing.
That's awesome. So, Captain, if someone, say someone who follows you, or you're just walking by in a mall, and I'm sure many people recognize you, because yeah, you are popular.
thank you.
You are not only well achieved, which is the biggest thing, but you are popular too, right?
Thank you. God's
So
been kind.
So someone approaches you and asks you, ma'am, what would be your advice? I want to become a pilot. What would be your advice to me?
I think the people who are following me, they already know a lot and they follow. You're following me on the page?
Yes,
You're
for
right.
sure.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'd be kicked out of this podcast if I were not
so
following.
I would tell you about a recent incident
Yeah.
rather than a serious
Yeah.
question. That I was just checking in for a flight, traveling passenger to go to Delhi to operate a flight. And there was a kid waiting, and she was like, "You're Captain Anny Divya, right?" And I'm like, "Yes." And then she goes like, "Ma'am, like I've been following you, and today I am what I am because I've been following your journey for a very long time." So because there are a lot of interviews and also people get a lot of inspiration. So they have those messages already there and they follow, and they told me they've achieved and they are where they are because of it. That's a big gratification I get from a lot
That's
of people
amazing.
around. They see interviews and they say they learn a lot and they're there. So also the biggest thing which happened, I mean, a lot of people would come approach and say that kid was, I mean, even I got goosebumps when it happened. She's like, "Ma'am, can I bow down to you?" I'm like, no, not at all. And I gave her a hug. She's like, no, you're my idol, you're my inspiration. And I am today where I am. She's already joined airline and she's flying
okay,
320. And
okay.
she's like, she still went and touched my feet. I'm like, oh my God, what's happening? It's too much for me to go through such emotions and understand that people are looking up to me so much, because I did not do it for somebody to get inspired. I honestly did it for like it was my goal to become what I've become today, but then it's really beautiful that it's inspiring a lot of people and so many more to become like us. So that is really, really beautiful, and I hope it helps many more people.
Yes,
Absolutely.
definitely. And when I was training in the US, one of my friend shared a reel of yours. I mean, it was not from your page, but someone created a reel showing the before and after version. So earlier, when you started your pilot training, you were learning English as a language, and now you speak very well. Okay,
Kind
so,
of. I still make a lot of mistakes, by the way.
but you speak really good. How did you take up that challenge to improve on your English, or what all things did you do differently to get to this level?
So, a couple of things here I'll say where my journey started. Like, from not knowing much about aviation and no aviation background and no internet around in those days, absolutely, like, I had no clue how to become a pilot, to imagine Kennedy Tower asking Air India coming in, that is Captain Anny Divya on board.
Wow.
So that is quite a lot of journey, and I'm very thankful to universe and my parents and teachers and everybody who has been part of it, because they all contributed in positive or negative both ways to be where I am today. If I was not made fun of, like my mistakes, or people don't pull you down, you don't become stronger, your wings are not strong enough to make you fly higher.
Yeah.
So wherever I am, it's a lot of contribution to a lot of people, and I'm super thankful to everyone, each and everyone. Good, bad, mostly good, thank you, but even bad, super thank you. Like, so that's something you should always carry and say thank you to everybody, and understand that it's only making you learn that will help you. And I always say regarding this language or anything, not only language, my favorite line, this is by me, that it's okay not to know,
Yes.
but it's not okay not to learn.
Yes.
So it's okay if you don't know something. It's okay not to know English, but it's okay. We can always learn. We can always get better. And now AI is there. ChatGPT is there. Come on.
100%.
All you need to know is skill, and you need to have will to learn.
That
And
rhymes
that
well.
will make you do very well in life.
Yeah.
Yes. So a lot of people ask me that I am a pilot on narrow body, okay, Airbus 320, but people have this dream, okay, they want to be a pilot on wide body, okay. How can we become a pilot on 777 or 787? So what is your opinion, since you are there already? So
I think it's every pilot's dream, as you rightly said, to be on wide body.
Yes.
But honestly, that was not my dream to start with, because as I told you, the background I come from, I just want to become a pilot. Any plane was okay with me. Cessna bhi chalta tha.
Yeah.
Koi bhi plane chalta tha. I just wanted to be in the sky. And rest, it happened. I'm lucky to be where I am today. I don't take any credit for it. Honestly, the airline I joined happened to have wide body. I was in right slot, right time. I just made sure that I passed my exams in time and everything. It's not that somebody will become greater or like more great or less great by flying any airplane.
that's true.
I think we're all doing our jobs. I am lucky to be where I am today. And definitely, yes, we all should wish to fly wide bodies. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. That's the experience we all want. But I think as a career progression, we keep doing our job and we get opportunities. Once you're experienced enough, you get an opportunity to be a wide body pilot. And please grab it whenever it comes, because it's the best thing to do.
Right, right. So what was the pathway that you followed? You were a first officer on 737, if I'm not wrong. And thereafter, then what was the
I
pathway
was first
that
officer
you
on
got upgraded?
777s, and then I got command on 777. I
Okay.
also had a choice to go for command on 737, but I definitely wanted to be commander on wide
Correct,
body.
correct,
So,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's only the most hardworking people that say I don't take credit for it.
We shouldn't, right? You should just do your part.
That's a
And
compliment.
I got that. I want to be humble about it.
Your accomplishments are commendable, and
Thank you.
and I feel there is a credit to be taken for that.
As I
which
said,
you're
credit,
being
it
very
belongs to
modest.
so many people with me on the way that I cannot completely take it myself.
Correct. Yeah,
Correct.
that makes
Like
sense.
my parents made a bigger decision of me becoming a pilot than me. I'm like a child, meko pilot banna hai. Hello, but I'm just becoming a pilot. But who paid for it? Who made the decision for me? Who took a chance on me? It's my parents.
Correct,
From the
correct.
society they're coming from, with the money they had to put in, bigger decision, bigger challenge. All credit to them. Honestly, I just did my part. Whenever it was opportunity of working hard or being there, I did my part. But a lot of
Absolutely.
it contributes to people around.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Especially those days when there were lesser women and there were no people from Vijayawada coming to flying.
Correct.
There was absolutely no pathway to follow. Like right now you see so many people. But those days, like people asking if women become pilots at all, like are there female pilots and what will happen? Such young girl, she should go to school or just out of school and then going to unknown place, going to be with new people. My parents had tears leaving me there. Every single time I would go to flying school, I had to travel and train for two days. They were tough times. It was not very easy. In fact, if you all know about it, the first time I ever sat in the airplane is to learn how to fly.
Wow.
To where I am. So, so I would definitely say my parents and my teachers in every path, like the credit to them is much more than to me.
Right.
So
It's only
You're
a face here, but there's a lot of background and a lot of people in
You're
it.
being quite
Yeah.
modest. Yes, that's true what you were saying. But your hard work is also quite.
What's the
it
choice? We
plays
have
a
to
lot
work hard. That's part of it.
Plays
Yes.
a lot of role.
I think all of us do, right?
role,
And
yes.
that's just part of it, honestly. But rest of it is good. I'm sure a lot of us, a lot of people want to be where we are right now, and a lot of people can be, and there can be more people who are more capable than us, but maybe they don't have opportunity.
Right. I didn't know you were humble.
Okay, sometimes. Sometimes.
So before you arrived, I and Chintan were talking that, dude, that's we'll clip this, okay? That's 777 Captain, okay? And I was intimidated, matter of the fact, okay? Yeah, I was, because the authority gradient, right? Which is respectfully there, okay? No doubt about it. But the way you approached and came in, and you really are a humble person.
Oh, thank
Like-
you.
like-
Not because of that. I told you because I'm 16. That's why you're reminded. That's
you
the secret.
are a 16-year-old by
face.
and a 90-year-old by experience.
And
And knowledge.
16 in my heart also, please.
Yeah, that's great.
Knowledge, I'm still learning. So, like, all right.
Yeah.
I have a lot to learn.
Yeah,
Yes, that's true.
we all are, right? We all are.
I don't know about you. I'm talking for myself.
Oh, that's that's true. We do.
I don't
we
know
do.
about him. He has read so much. I can't compete. I don't know. I have to learn. He's too
Wow.
studious. He reads a lot.
Well,
He told me also he reads a lot. So
I'm
I'm only trying to.
I'm not even remotely studious. It's just Speaking of which, I was an average student in my engineering. You were not.
No, it depends on my mood, honestly, and all of us can be that way.
But then when it came to aviation, it flipped because like the scores were like I had never seen anything like before in my academic career, because it's the interest, right? Like if you are pushed.
My
to-
scores also flipped the other way around.
No.
Yeah,
No
it's
way.
true.
No way.
It's true. I'll tell you about it. You finish, I'll
we
tell you
don't
about
believe
it.
you.
Trust
We
me.
don't believe you.
No, but it is. It is.
Well,
it is.
Captain
I'll
Anny
tell you how
Divya-
and why.
Captain Anny Divya scored nearly 100% in her 10th
What is
and 12th.
nearly, man?
12th.
It's 100.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I just wanted to be
More humble about
what's
it? About
no,
me?
No, let's say in media, I wanted to put it forward media trained.
So, like,
in
I
media
got
trained wording.
100% in my maths, physics, chemistry.
Awesome.
And Sanskrit, I think I got 98, English 92.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the exact score of my 12th and or 11th. And then it did flip, by the way, when I came into aviation. And I'm serious about it because I did not know anything about aviation subjects. I was overwhelmed with everything new around. And people around me were already prepared with aviation subjects. They have already given some exams for PPL and CPL. They had backgrounds. Some of kids around me with me at that time are already Air India captains' children and people who had more aviation background than me, I would say. So definitely there were times I scored least again, and that was not the first time I scored least in my class. There were other reasons. maybe because I was not in a mood to study. That was the reason. Not anything serious. That was in my childhood because my parents never forced me to study. I would study when I want to. And when somebody told me that I have to become a pilot and I need more than 90%, that's when I scored well.
Wow.
Only later to realize it was not required, and I realized that I wasted my time. 55 was enough. But then I scored very less when I came into aviation initially. Then I had to really work hard and study and understand a lot of subjects. Even though I was in a very good flying school and all, it took me time to understand and cope up with the competition existing. Not that I was not good. I would say people around me were very good, which made me work hard to bring myself up to that standards.
Speaking
With
about
that.
competition, like, what is your take on, say, someone is holding their CPL right now, doesn't have a job, but is looking to get a job in an airline, applying for airline selections, and in that, how should be their approach towards other CPL holders? Like, in my opinion, it would be collaborative approach rather than competitive approach, because if you are good enough, you will be recruited. So what is your approach towards that?
Please put the date of this interview on the channel, okay? Because I'll tell you about today's date and time, everybody's getting a job. You're a pilot, you have a license and you're getting a job. Then where's the competition? Please be helpful to everyone. Everyone will be there in right now. It's the time to be
True.
with everyone. You better get your people and better help them because you'll have friends to chill with and grow with and
Yes.
have good times with.
Exactly.
Live a greater future together.
Yeah.
You're not going to go
Absolutely.
anywhere alone. Might as well have your friends with you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the way to go.
Absolutely, yeah.
Be super supportive, share all the notes, be there, everyone will be in. But this is for the current times. Times always change in aviation. That's why I said put today's date.
This December 2023.
Can you share one memorable incident or one memorable event in your pilot career? Be it as a student pilot or as a first officer or a captain.
Share fun ones, yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
so I was a first officer and I was flying with one of the foreigners, very senior captain, very nice guy, very experienced examiners, and I was first officer. And we were doing 3 sectors together. I just did the first one and we were doing the second one. And the culture of flying with foreigners initially was very different than what we are
Correct.
seeing in India
Correct,
and how
correct.
it is here.
Correct.
We had a lot of freedom and liberty to put our point across very easily. So on the second sector he was doing and we were descending, and then he asked me, Annie, what makes man perfect? And I'm like, practice makes man perfect. Okay. And he disconnects the autopilot and he starts flying manually. And I'm like, okay. And then he asked me, Annie, what makes women perfect? And I go like, sir, you don't want me to answer that. He's like, no, of course, come on, answer. What do you think? What makes women perfect? And can any one of you guess the answer? And
I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
anything.
And I go like, didn't you see that women are already perfect? I just did the last sector. He's like, oh man, what is this? He goes back, puts the autopilot on. I'm like, seriously, did you not see women are already perfect? And yeah, so we had a lot of fun times and things like that. So it's good. Aviation is fun.
Nice.
Right, absolutely.
Nice. So, and what was your experience and event which was one of the achievement in your career? Obviously, like as becoming a captain is the greatest achievement that you can have in your memory. So if you could share some achievement.
I would not see as professional achievement as the greatest achievement in my life. No, absolutely not. Whatever I am today or professionally, it's what I've done for myself. I think the greatest thing is when you're better as a nice human being and how much you're considerate about everything and everyone around you. What you can give back to society is what will make you as a person. So I have a lot more to achieve and I'm just trying and I'm just
You
starting.
have already achieved so much. You're being so humble.
No, it's not. What you do for yourself is not part of anything. It only starts when you do things for others.
That's
Correct.
amazing.
But-
That's a great thought.
Again, you're here. You spared some of your time for this.
A lot of time.
You're
Please don't expect me to be humble all the time.
all right. She is just not humble with
Yeah,
me.
thank
Except for that, she is humble with everyone. All right. So you're not doing this for yourself, you're doing it for the persons that are watching this, right? Like, because so they learn something from it.
So I think every pilot has their own share of struggle to share with everyone. So what would be your most challenging thing in your career as a pilot?
Honestly, my most challenging part has been initial days where
Mhm.
I knew nothing about the field. To go into unknown space absolutely with no knowledge is a difficult part.
Yes.
You don't know what to expect. You've never seen anybody who's a pilot before. You don't know anything about the field. You just see birds and you want to fly, so it's going to be struggle. Especially in those times. Now today people are much more aware. I'm not talking about the current times since this question is specific to my struggles. I had issue with language, also coming from place like Vijayawada, and I had a lot of people around who were from Bombay and Delhi. So language, culture, fashion, everything was a challenge.
Yeah.
Including like I have scored well in my school, otherwise to not scoring well initially, as I told you. So that time has been very difficult and challenging. And when I took up the challenges, I had more challenges. When I started performing, it was even more challenging because people were surprised that somebody who knew nothing to now again you become a challenge for everybody else. That can also become very challenging for you emotionally then, not only the problems existing, but to understand that people who thought that you're an angel can also think you're a devil when you start performing. So even the competition can come up with a lot of challenges. Only not that you can work hard and so different kinds of stuff. So initial journey has been the most challenging in my part, because I'm glad that it has been that difficult, because younger you are, you mold yourself better, your wings get stronger, you're ready for higher skies. So that made me I am what I am today. And now any challenges come, they're one at a time. So I'm like, oh yeah, of course we can deal with it. Yeah, so it's fine.
So, with this kind of jet lag and flying wide bodies, how do you maintain the work-life balance and your personal life and the flying schedule?
I am very funny this way because I'm so sleepy, I'm so jet lagged, and I want to do everything on the planet at a time. I'm very excited about life, so I think that keeps me going. Otherwise, I would be sleeping a lot of time because the job is such. I'm very jet lagged. It is a struggle to keep myself awake, but I think my enthusiasm towards life is so much more that I keep myself awake, and when I sleep, I just sleep off, but then I'm up and I get into the routine very fast, because when I'm sleepy, I can keep myself awake, and because I'm working so much, I sleep, then I sleep properly.
Right.
And also healthy eating habits and workout helps. But it is overall difficult to cope up with jet lag. Continuous jet lag is part of life and part of job right now.
Ma'am, whatever that you're doing is working.
It is.
Yes, it's
Thank
keeping
you.
the glow and youth
Yeah.
on your face.
Yeah.
You can
Thank
see.
For sure.
You're glowing yourself. I wonder what's the secret.
Yes, we have revealed that.
Oh, you did?
Now she is
Very nice.
evidently pregnant.
Yeah, my God.
And just back from a trip.
Yeah.
So you are at pretty much highest place in aviation career, like pinnacle of aviation career. You can, like, I can say that, because for everyone that's the goal, commander on a wide body. That's what a person thinks about becoming a pilot eventually. So what's next for you? Like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Like, what are those aspirations now? Like, until getting here, there was a fuel that I want to get there. Now, what's next?
My God, you make me sound so old. And I'm like, when you say this, when answers, put all the background music. Okay? And like rising like a phoenix from ashes. Because for me, it's honestly the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah. So because as I said, achieving anything for yourself is not anything. So we start from here. Once I become trainer, I start giving it back. I start teaching people, and that's where the beginning is. Let's make many more of us, and that should be the beginning.
That's nice.
That's great. That's amazing.
That's nice. Yeah. Guys,
Hmm,
go.
I've-
You go with your questions.
So in this dynamic field of aviation, what is your message of inspiration to aspiring pilots?
I would say there is a lot of pressure, a lot of what do you say, things around circumstances, also negativity around. Don't give in to any of it. It's all false. I mean, there is part of it, but there's also a lot of positivity, a lot of good things. Especially aviation is booming so much. It's such a good time. Keep yourself very positive, work towards
Correct.
it, and there will be ups and downs. Daily challenges are there, which is normal in any career. So is aviation. Like you go on to the flight school, there are good days, there are bad days. Everyone has good and bad days, guys. Everyone in pilot's
Correct.
career, not just when you're starting, it's all throughout your career.
Correct.
Learn to cope up with. And one advice I'd definitely give to all young pilots is make notes. Whatever mistakes you make, it's okay to make mistakes, but it's not okay not to learn.
Absolutely.
So make a note. Just make sure you're not repeating it.
That's
Just
your
don't repeat
tagline.
it. Yeah. Just don't try not repeating, and you'll just get better and better every day. You'll see a transformation, and at whatever stage you are and however senior you become, keep a note of what has happened is fine, but make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like after simulator, even I make notes.
Everyone
this
does,
is
right?
what
This
happened.
debriefing, and yeah,
this
just make sure
debriefing, and then
like you keep at it at any stage of your life.
Correct.
And get better and stay positive. Everything is going to be good. One bad day is not going to change your life.
Correct.
It's okay to have bad days. Everyone has in different stages. Honestly, when I had, so we all do. It's normal. I think in the beginning it's more struggle where you're analyzing, am I doing okay, not doing okay? Did my instructor say this? Did this happen?
correct.
Everyone goes through it. Understand you're not the first one going through it. Everyone goes through it, and you'll all be where we are, or you'll all do. I hope you all do. Whoever is watching better than all of us here. So yeah, keep be focused on where you want to go rather than what just happened today.
Correct. Absolutely.
So as you operate the long haul flights and you have almost flown to 30 countries, more than 30 countries, I would say. So which one is your favorite layover?
I like all the countries, but I kind of like New York, the energy and everything, because I am very energetic as a person. I think I vibe with the energy in New York. Chicago is beautiful, nice. Paris is nice. All cities are beautiful and nice, like Paris architecture. Everything is nice and beautiful, but I think I vibe with New York
New York.
energy a lot.
Because it's very fast, just
Yeah.
like Mumbai. But
Yeah, I like the
that-
vibe
yeah,
of the
yeah.
place, like the energy I sink in with. So yeah, and also Mumbai. But honestly, my favorite place to be in is India.
Yeah.
Totally. I like going to all the countries and all, but I like being here. I hope further, I don't know what's next in my life, but I hope I stay in India long.
Yeah. And how do you plan your layover? Because you continuously operate the long haul flights, right? So you operate a flight and then you have 24 to 48 hours of rest. So in that period, how do you plan your layover? Like the rest period, and you go to some places to visit or try out some good food
So
places.
it's absolutely not planned because it depends on your body cycle is always changing. What was your previous flight? How jet lagged you are? How did it adjust previously? And what's going to happen is not very predictable. Sometimes you reach and you're awake all day and you sleep in the night, and sometimes you just crash. You get up in the middle of the night. It's very unplanned, and first day is definitely very tiring. By second day, you get some energy to look around and plan. So mostly the day plans on the second day, but then second day the jet lag also hits by the time you recover.
Correct.
You will get up very early in the morning, especially here in US, and then through the day it's bright, sunny, nice day, but you want to go to sleep because it's midnight in India. So all those struggles are there, but then because I've been doing this for this long, I know exactly like I can feel sleepy at this time, so I'll plan my things around it. My commitments are not in the timing where the jet lag hits.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can like first day definitely we can't predict because you don't know how body is reacting every time to the environments. But second day is little better.
Yeah.
Right.
But then at second day, you have to prepare yourself for the next day's rest.
That is
for the
all done
flight.
because now in so many years now it's in tune with what exactly
She has
is
cracked the
happening.
code for jet lag.
No, you can never your jet lag, but you just have to understand your body and work around it. You cannot beat that, so you work around it.
Correct.
And people think, oh, you're all used to it. No, you never get used to it.
So when you started off in the beginning, since you were from Vijayawada, and then to come out, you went to uh, Igrua for your flight training, right? So when you went there, how was the different environment? How did you get adjusted to that?
It was very challenging. I was like so lost because so young. I definitely don't know what's happening around. And initially, people were very nice, and they're like, "Wow, what an angel! She's such a nice girl." And but honestly, I had a lot of struggle coping up with everything around. People are competitive, and I'm glad they are. So it was a lot of struggle, and hard work always pays off, and observing and doing what is required will always pull you out of wherever you are. And I like the quote of hearing at times from people calling me angel to devil. Totally earned that. So, yeah, work hard and face all the challenges with grace and pride, but work really hard for it.
So what is the exact thing that you did to improve yourself?
As I said, be observant. Don't shy away from your mistakes. Take them head on. Like you say, if you don't know something, say, I don't know. Can you tell me? Can you teach me? This should be the approach.
Right.
I would always say, okay, I don't know this. Can you please help me? See, nobody will say, people can think you don't know something, but if you go and ask them for help, nobody will ever say no.
Right.
They'll like 99% people will be happy to help you and tell you. So that should be your approach. Your biggest enemy towards your growth is you yourself. To accept it and to go out and ask for it. The moment you say, okay, I don't know this, you've won the first is realization of not knowing. Don't be in denial that I know everything.
Absolutely.
No, none of us know like everything. First is acceptance, first step that I don't know something. Okay, second is accept. Third is figure out how to go about it. And fourth is work hard, really hard to be good at it. Not only that you learn, but be good at it.
Absolutely. Amazing. Great advice.
Yeah. All right. I know you have a busy schedule, so you have to go. So we'll cut it here. That's Captain Anny Divya for you guys. Thank you for watching and listening.
Hey, but I want to say something about her.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, guys, you all know her very well, and I want to tell you all I am super impressed with her and with everything she does. Teaching in any aspect is so great, and she has been taking a lot of ground classes, and I really appreciate each and everything she does. A lot of work, good job, and being a woman in aviation for so long, I know what it takes definitely. And then doing so much more, I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I want to wish you all the best with everything you're doing and with your baby.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm so happy for you to have these two wonderful boys here who are coming up in aviation. And I'm sure, apart from pulling a leg, your guys are doing well. And I want to say do very well, work very hard, and definitely do better than me. All the best for that. Because it is going to be challenging.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And it is our absolute pleasure and honor to have you here. And
Thank
it
you
was
for having
an
me here.
amazing last couple of hours to have fun with you.
Yeah, we couldn't stop smiling.
Yes,
the whole
absolutely.
podcast.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the wishes. Thank you for the message and everything that you shared. Like, really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
meeting you. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you
dear.
so much.
But the other fun